Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah, Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah. If I have peanuts in my pocket, I cannot distribute chocolates. If we have to express happiness rather than getting happiness from the world, if you remember on the first day we gave you this principle. Those who are struggling to get happiness from life, they are most miserable. So instead of struggling to get happiness from the world through action, interaction, it is easier to express happiness. But to express happiness, you must have your own. I cannot become rich by your money, like you cannot become wise by my knowledge. You have to have your own. And therefore, if happiness is the way of life, so we must know where that happiness is. So we think that happiness is in the worldly objects. We only imagine. If you observe, our children, they see some advertisement on the internet or TV about the various digital games, and then they are mad, they want it because it is a source of happiness. So the child has projected happiness on that object, but his father, the moment he sees that, he starts becoming miserable because the pinch is going on his purse. So object remains the same. One person, the child, projects happiness and the father projects misery. So if that object really has happiness, everybody should have been happy, is it not? So the first principle, we only imagine and project happiness on the worldly things and beings. Otherwise, why a person will fall in love? Instead of rising in love, he falls. Now what is the reason? This boy projects happiness on a girl. See? And all the time starts imagining, I think, made for each other. After some time, mad for each other. And then they get married. And thereafter, mad at each other. And finally, the cause of my misery is this girl. So all these things, that somebody is a source of happiness or somebody is a source of miserable, is our own projection. Till such time, we don't take care of this aspect of our life. That we don't look at the things. After we see the things, we start projecting incessantly, continuously. So this habit of ours, unless it is arrested, we will never be able to discover the source of real happiness. The real happiness is called as bliss. Bliss is uncaused happiness. So in our struggle to get bliss in our life, we get blisters. And then we become more and more miserable. Therefore, we will have to discover what is the source of happiness. The first principle, is our life only ahara, nidra, bhaya, maithunancha. 4 things. Eating, sleeping, all the time living in a fearful existence, and maithunancha, procreation. Is this all that life has to offer us? If this is all that we can think of, then what is the difference between us and the animals? See? So the man has to have something more than only these 4 things in life. And that something more is called as hobby, not hubby. Hubby is the source of misery. Hobby is the source of happiness. Change the spelling. But when this hobby becomes our profession, the same hobby becomes a burden, a bondage, a source of misery. You will see all the artists, very big, whether they are musicians or dancers or cinema actors, if you see their personal life, it is disgustingly horrible. Because they have always lived only on the stage. The moment they get out of the stage, they are absolutely nonplussed. See? The other day, last time I came from Brazil to AMA. So, in Brazil, I was addressing drama theatre artists in that theatre. There they speak not English but Portuguese. So, I was talking in English and one actress, she was translating in English because she lived in England, so she knew good English. And one of the audience was one very elderly actress who had retired from the business of acting. She asked this question, that I have been very successful in my life, I had a good name and fame, but now I feel depressed, I feel dejected. Why this is happening? See, those who are seeking happiness from outside. See? Take for example musicians. All the time on the stage with the harmonium, and then the audience gives them applause. Aha! They discover extreme joy. And after that is over, they go home and starts. Because they are borrowing happiness from the appreciation of the people. See friends, therefore, if various hobbies, whether it is a music, or it is a dance, or it is a theatre, or it is a painting, or it is a sculpture, whatever it may be, let hobby form an integral part of our life. Life is not only maintaining life in our body, there is much more than that. See, probably yesterday or today sometime I told you, God created this world. So first of all, He created the stones and the bricks and the mountains and the rivers. When He created this, He was not very happy. Maja nahi aaya. Like many times you make halwa and it becomes dokla. Then He said, let me create something different. So He created the plant kingdom. When He created the plant kingdom, even then He was not very much satisfied. Then He created animal kingdom. There also He was not very much satisfied. So He was very frustrated. You can imagine when Brahmaji becomes frustrated, he is frustrated 4 times. Those 4 heads. So this Brahmaji was frustrated. Then Brahmani came, his wife, and she said, Aji, do you know what is Aji? No? I'll take the secret. Then you will never allow your wife to address you as AG. Shall I tell you? Okay, listen. Our Indian ladies are cultured. They don't like to insult their husband in public. But the husband behaves so awfully dumb that other than the insult, they deserve nothing. So how to say that? And yet the people should not know. Therefore they say, AG, idhar aao. What is the meaning of AG? A gathe. Next time be aware. It is not respect. So, Brahmani told Brahmaji, Eji, Brahmaji didn't know. Because ladies' language is such a terrible code language, nobody can do. So, why you are so depressed these days? You are not a smiling face. What is wrong with you? I don't know why I created this word, but I am not satisfied as yet. See? Therefore, I am little disturbed. Then she said, shall I tell you something in your creation? So Brahmaji got angry 4 times. He said, now you have to teach me about creation. So she said, look here. Even a dead clock gives correct time twice a day. I am a living your wife. I can definitely tell you something. Okay, tell. What is that? Why don't you create someone like you, but with one head? And then Brahmaji said, hey, you are a genius. Of course. And then God created man in his image. Now see the difference. In case of the stones and bricks, only existence is manifested. In case of the plant kingdom, existence plus life. Little more evolved. Then in case of animals, existence, life and knowledge. It is still more evolved. And human beings, existence, life, knowledge and happiness. That person who does not express happiness, he belongs to the Darwinian theory, being an animal. According to Vedanta Shastra, human beings are not animals. See friends, have you seen any time one Mr. Buffalo going that side and Miss Buffalo going this side? They look at each other and smile and wink? No, animals cannot do that. Human beings, what is the difference? Because in human being alone, complete expression of divinity is possible. And that complete expression of divinity is called as uncaused happiness. It is not because of something. It is in spite of everything. See, suppose you are happy because your wife is good. So what is your contribution? Zero contribution. If your wife is Bhadrakali, Mahakali, Kapali, Karali, and even then you are happy, then you are a genius as well. See friends, therefore we have to discover the source of happiness, and unless we discover that, we will never be able to express happiness in our life. See friends, therefore human beings are a complete manifestation of divinity. So if this is so, why we are still miserable? Only because we have not discovered our divine nature. That is the only reason. Discover. Discover means what? Like, this Gita book is covered with my shop. And I am searching, I don't know where did I leave it. I think this Ajay always goes through. And then this thing is discovered by something, immediately, it is here. Is it not what we do in life? Don't seek happiness in life. Express happiness in life. And to express, discover. Discover means it is already there, but it is covered. And how is this covering? In the morning class we told, this covering is like the ocean is covered by the waves and the water is covered by the ocean. See? So when we go to the sea and we are watching the play of the waves and making our comments, oh, beautiful waves, see how nice it is. You must have received also one email where I got number of wave pictures, It has been circulated a lot. And there are various nice kind of waves and how the man is surfing. So our attention is not on the ocean, but on the wave. Now what is the wave? Wave is ocean plus name and form. Waves are born, they remain, they die. Ocean is not born, doesn't remain, doesn't die. Ocean is the same. Addition of waves to the ocean does not make the ocean rich, and removal of the waves doesn't make the ocean poor. Our attention is rarely on the ocean, we are all the time focusing on the waves. In the same manner, our attention is rarely on the divinity, our attention is on the differences, not the common denominator. See, friends, therefore if we want to discover happiness, this is the process. And therefore, let us go deep in our personality. Number one, we live at 4 stages of our existence. The grossest is what we are now. In this gross existence, we are living as the body, for the body, on everybody. This is our present status. Therefore, if we have to talk about something, we will be talking only with reference to our gross body and the secondary eyes which are born as a result of gross body identity. So first of all, we accept ourselves to be the gross body. Thereafter, we become mother, father, brother, sister, daughter-in-law, mother-in-law, etc. And the secondary eyes, they become real. And thereafter, our vision gets so much clouded that we are unable to go beyond it. And thus, man is covered by the husband. The woman is covered by the wife. So we no more live as a man, we live as a husband. And therefore, never smile. That is the meaning of husband. The one whose hasi is one for good. See, friends, therefore, we have to first of all recognize our life is not only as a body, for the body, on everybody. Life is something different than this. It is for this purpose, to bring to our cognition our existence as something other than the body. We are told. What we are told? We are all expert in blaming others for our miseries. Till such time we blame others, what will be our spiritual practice? Improving the world and the society. Where God has failed, do you think you and me can improve? But our whole life is only this thing. I want to improve the society. See? Therefore, we are It is because of your karma in the last life. So what our teachers tell us, be responsible for your life. Nobody is responsible for your miseries in your life. Immediately, your focus will change from the world to your own self. See, friends. Now, after this is done, then we start understanding this principle. If I lived before this body was born in the last life, and if I have to live after this body is discarded to clear my account in the next life, that means what? That means I never was born, nor did I ever die. Because this I is the same one. See, before coming to Ahmedabad, I was in Bombay. Before Bombay, I was in Pune. Before Pune, I was in Khandala. So I am the continuous one. What changed is the place. In the same manner, if we existed in the earlier life, if we exist in the next life, we have never died. This discovery that never we were born, nor do we die, is the beginning of real happiness in life. See, friends, happiness is not joining the laughing club and disturbing, creating the sound pollution. Their laughing is like barking. And they have to laugh, in a group, like it is a military drill. By saying, hey, chal, laugh. No. That is not happiness. Freedom from fear in life is called as happiness. There was a friend of mine, old man, in Bombay. He came one day and he said, Swamiji, I have been listening to you for so many years and I am your fan. I said, it's no problem. If you are my fan, keep moving. Why do you stand? And you move. He said, but last few months I have got some funny fear in my mind. And that is disturbing me so much. What is the fear? Fear is about death. I said, Papa, don't worry. I guarantee you will die. I said, you have to fear whether you will die or not. Is it not? I guarantee you will definitely die. No, that is not the fear. Then your enemy will die. No. My fear is, if I die, what will happen to my wife? What will happen to my children? What will happen to my property? What will happen to my business? What will happen to my investment? That is my problem. I said, your problem's solution is very simple. What is that? Go and ask them. Then they will reply you. What they will reply? Papa, we are waiting. Go now. See? We imagine we are indispensable. We are not. When we were not in this world, there are nothing lacking. When we will go from this world, there will be no lacuna. Therefore, in the present, our presence in this world is unwanted furniture. But our thinking is, I am the most important one. Without me, this sun cannot rise, the moon cannot shine. So this fear, when it disappears, then only we get the glimpses of happiness. Now we have been hearing about this thing. Last life, this life, next life. Papa, punya, merit and sins, going to hell and going to heaven. And we get lost in that. That is not the purpose. See, the fear is given for us to behave properly, nothing else. There was one girl, small, maybe about 8 years or so. We went to Badrinath and she was with us. And whole journey she was sleeping. She was sitting next to me and sleeping. And by the time we reached Badrinath, she vomited all mess on my body. Very cold. So we went and then put her there. I changed myself, took a nice bath in a hot water tub there. And then this girl was sleeping for the whole day, so night she has no sleep. So we were all sleeping together in a hall on the wooden platforms. At the corner I was sleeping, then this girl slept next to me, then her father, then her mother, like that, 6 of us. And this girl, she will tell, Mummy, tell me some story. And Mummy is tired, she is sleepy, But this girl has never, any problem. Very fresh. Whole day she slept. You ask Swami. You think people give us respect. No, people use us. अपना काम निकल वाला है, बाबा जी से कह रहा हूँ. So she said, okay. Then Swami said, what is that? Let me sleep now. You have spoiled my clothes and all that, now don't disturb me. No, you have to tell me a story. I will not allow you to sleep. I said, look here, that side you have seen darkness, there is a ghost there. If you don't stop talking, the ghost will come and pick you up. Okay, then I don't need you, I will talk to the ghost. Now tell me, to that side, who is not afraid of ghosts, can you do anything? In the same manner, when we are afraid of death, then only we suffer in life. Prepare yourself as if you are going for a vacation. When we go for a vacation, Kesari travels. In Bombay, all these tigre, they prepare themselves. Or nice long time, 3 months, 6 months, they have decided to go, and there only one theme. We are going to go to Europe, and then we will go to that Pisa Tower and become pagal, and like that, all the no other thinking. And as the days start coming nearer and nearer, they are excited. I have to go. And the day comes, they are so happy. Bye bye. First time in their life, they have come out of Chinch Pokli. So excited and happy. That kind of joy must be with us when the death arrives. Do we have the courage to say to her, death is the feminine gender, what can I do? Death is always feminine. So when she comes, do we have the courage to say, hey, come on, why are you late? I have been waiting for you. Then we have discovered real happiness. Dear friends, we simply say that we have been living a very spiritual and goody life. We never have taken any corruption money from anybody. Really? Why? No chance. If anybody gets chance, do you think he will leave? To condemn somebody that is corrupt, he is telling that you never got a chance, therefore you are jealous. See, friends, let us discover this freedom. This freedom is called the real happiness. Otherwise, as age advances, all the time just pata nahi kya hone wala hai. Nothing, guarantee. You are going to die. Prepare yourself to leave this world cheerfully and happily. Therefore, when Mahatmas die, they don't mourn, they celebrate. One problem gone. That is happiness. So, this is first part. Till such time we are identified with the body, all the miseries will be ours. So, to make us realize that we are not the body but the embodied. Like my lips are not talking, somebody behind the lips is talking. This mic is not talking, somebody behind the mic is talking. See, similarly, your drums are not hearing, there is somebody behind the drum. If that somebody is sleeping, then no hearing is happening. So the embodied is someone different from the body. See, friends. And the moment this is discovered, like if something happens to our car, we don't have to become miserable. Insurance will pay, we relax. In the same manner, when we rise above this body identification, we have completed our first graduation. See? Like we can never continue to remain in the KG1 or primary throughout our life. In the same manner, if we are all the time living by the body, for the body, on everybody, then we have not lived spiritual life at all. See, friends, Tulsidas says, Dharmate birati jogate jnana jnana moksha prada vedavakara. If we have really lived the spiritual life, we are bound to have this passion for the world. Because what is spiritual life? Spiritual life is discovery of our identity as other than the body. This is the meaning of the spiritual life. Otherwise, when we are told if you do the sin, you will go to hell, body will not go to hell. You will go to hell. Then the question is, who am I? Who is going to hell? See, friends. Therefore, the first step on the spiritual path is this. Let us recognize this. We are living through the body and no more living as the body. When we are living as the body, the language that we use is technically called as Vaikhari Vani. Vaikhari Vani means Parashruti Gochara. When I am talking to you, you can hear me. It is called as Parashruti Gochara. Others can hear. That speech is called as Vaikhari Vani. And this Vaikhari Vani is possible only when we are identified in the body and then the whole gross world appears to be real for us. This is the first step. So, if we work on recognizing our identity as someone other than the gross body, what should be the consequences? The consequences will be nothing in this gross world, either possessions or relations, will be a burden for us. What is the burden that we carry in our life? Is the burden of these two things, possessions and relations. And any burden you carry, you get tired. Any burden. See, the other day in one of the management gimmick, I was trying to tell one particular principle. And then one person I called, I said, hey, we'll play some game. So one necktie dhari he came. And then I said, I think you are a Sindhi? Yes. But how do you know? I said, I can smell Sindhis from a distance. So, you like papad, is it not? Of course. Sindhis cannot live without papad. They can live without breathing, but not without papad. I said, there was a tissue paper. I said, imagine this is a papad. Yes. Now, hold this papad like this. Your hand should not go below the shoulder level, like this. Till I tell you, hold it. And then he was booked. And I was talking other topics. After 2-3 minutes, his hand will go down. I said, Mahatma, your hand has gone down, make it up. Again, after 2-3-4 minutes, I talk, again his hand will go down. I said, make it up. After 5-10 minutes, he said, Swami, I cannot hold anymore. I said, okay, give it back, go. He said, had I known this, I would have told right in the beginning. I said, anyway, never mind. Then I asked him, when you lifted that tissue paper, suppose the weight was, let us take 5 grams. After 15 minutes, has the weight of that object increased? It is the same weight, is it not? Whatever insignificant anything may be, if you hold for a long period of time, it becomes heavy, is it not? Take any stupid thing in your life. Any small little thing. Mother-in-law like that, daughter-in-law like that, father-in-law like that, useless. Drop them. But if you hold on to that, even in the dream, instead of Bhagavan Krishna coming, mother-in-law has come for a Ram. Dream everything, chhod di. You are not dropping her, drop her. And if you hold on to her for a longer period of time, she will kill you. Not she will kill you, but you are making yourself vulnerable. Therefore, don't hold on to anything in this world too long. Take any small little thing in your life which might have happened 20 years before. If you remember that, how uncomfortable this is. Because it may be insignificant, carry the load for a longer period of time, it becomes a burden. If this example is clear, we carry the load of body identification for 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 8 hours, and after that we can no more carry the burden of our body identification. So what we do, we start dropping that body down. That is called as disidentification from the body. And when we are extremely tired of body identification, we come to the satsanga and go to sleep. So what is sleep? Sleep is nothing but disidentification from the body. And the moment we are disidentified from the body, all the problems of the world disappear. See? I got married to a boy, I being a girl. And you know our Indian tradition, buy one mattress, get 2 pillows free. So I got married to a boy and I got in-laws free. Anything that you get free is problematic. See? So, I was so tired of my in-laws. Every day thinking, what should I do, what should I do, what should I do? And then, like any modern, educated and professional, economically independent girl thinks, I must separate. So, when I separate, then what happens? When I divorce from my husband, then what sadhana I have to do to get rid of my in-laws? Automatically they will disappear. Exactly the same way. All the problems of this world begin from getting married to this body and start living as somebody. So the first principle is this. If we are working on this, we are going the right way. If we are not working on this, we are going the wrong way. So this is the Vaikharya Vani with which we speak with others. We don't live or exist only at the body level. We also live at the mental level. See? And what is that living at mental level? We keep on talking to ourselves. And to such people, what do we say? Oh, sentimental. Sentimental means what? The one who talks to himself or herself, but others cannot hear, is called a sentimental. When you talk to yourself and others can also hear, then you are called as mental. So, like a centimeter, it becomes a meter. When it is 1,000, in the same manner, you remain sentimental for a longer period of time, you will become mental. You will start talking all the time. The real spiritual practice is stop talking to yourself. But our spirituality is, we put a, ID card, a board. Silence in operation. I don't talk. I keep a book with me. Can you get a cup of tea for me? चीनी तो है नहीं, बोलो ना. Talking to others and not talking to others is not a problem. Like I am talking to you. Talking may be in my mouth, but hearing is in your ears. If you refuse to hear, what can I do? The real maunam is stop talking to yourself. See, Bhagavan says in Gita, Mana prasana saumyatvam maunam atma vinigraha. Mauna is a discipline of the mind and not that of the mouth. Talk to the people nice way, but when it comes to yourself, don't talk. You know our condition is like what? Take this picture in front of you. You enter maybe a poultry farm, go inside and sit there for meditation. The birds will be there, cock, 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 cock. They will come and peck everything. They will peck on. Once you do one word, the whole poultry farm will start cock, 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 cock. Exactly what happens outside happens inside. You sit for meditation. Don't disturb. Mummy is in meditation. And then the water drops on a plastic bucket. Tap. Oh God, these children are terrible. The husband doesn't do anything. I don't know how can I control them. Tap. And slowly your titer of tolerance goes very strong and you are very angry and then water stops. And when water stops, then अब क्या हो गया? पानी क्यों नहीं आ रहा? Meditation. All cartoons of meditation. Therefore, to remain happy naturally, work on this. Let us stop talking to ourselves. Now, if we have to stop talking to ourselves, let us find out how do we start talking. We only create questions and we only answer them. If she says like that, I say like that. If she like that, I do. When I say she may say like that, and hey, what are you thinking? No, nothing. Nothing. Why? You can see in your eyes. You are frustrated totally. Friends. Therefore, stop talking to yourself. If you want to go beyond the limitations of your mind, this second speech is called as Madhyama Vani. So we all live at the Vaikhari Vani level. From there, we have to migrate to the Madhyama Vani. It is not Parashruti Gochara. Others cannot hear what we are talking. Now, the third stage. Third stage is the Pashyanti Vani. In the Pashyanti Vani, the object and the thought of the object, they are not yet separated. Now again, I will start from the Vaikhari Vani. In Vaikhari Vani, it is gross, where the object and the word indicating the object are separate. Like this is a mobile phone. Now mobile phone is an object and mobile phone is a word. They are separate from each other. This quality of experience is called as Vaikhari Vani or waking experience. In this experience, we will be all the time worried about the worldly objects and the worldly relations. There is no way out of it. So, we migrate. From the Vaikhari Vani, we come to the Madhyama Vani. In Madhyama Vani, why we think and about what we think, be attentive. We think about that to which we have given importance. See, if we have given importance to anything or anybody, that thing or body enters our mind in the form of value that we have awarded to anything in this world. are only two types of people in this world, married and happy. Now this married girl, she is all the time frustrated, what do I do, my mother-in-law is like that, this thing, that thing. And I am having no relation with this mother-in-law. This girl also never had any relation with the mother-in-law. Then there were no thoughts disturbing her because of that lady. The moment she became mother-in-law, we start giving value to that mother-in-law. Don't give value. Then what is to be done? Only stand apart and ha karte raho. Don't disagree with any fool. The best way to disagree is to agree immediately. After you agree, that person forgets also. Kya tha? But we give so much importance, and all that which we have given importance, that alone disturbs us. See, friends, there was one lady, a Punjabi lady, wife of a brigadier, retired brigadier in. This happened in Noida many years before. After my lecture, she came, being brigadier, she was a very, solid personality. No sharp corners. And then she said to me, Swami, I want help from you. I said, I never give money to anybody. So, you have dialed the wrong number. You must have seen, many times you get a phone call from the banks. There is some scheme, you take the loan. So when I get some phone calls, once I was in some meeting and the phone call came. I said, hey, excuse me 1 minute. Yes, I was waiting for your call. Yes, we are from ICICI Bank and this is the scheme. I said, wonderful. Before you tell me more about your scheme, I want to tell you something. I have got certain principles. What is that? I take only donations. If you have got any scheme of giving donations, please contact me again, okay? Immediately phone. Never that number is dialed. So either you become angry and bang the phone and destroy your phone, or you make the other person so confused that next time it doesn't. So this lady, I said, I am not going to give you money. No money I don't want. My problem is I smoke a lot and I want to stop smoking. You please help me. I said, why should I help you? And how can I help you? No, you tell me stop smoking. I said, I will not tell you. Why should I tell you? No, but if you tell, then I can stop. I said, I will not tell you even if you pay me for that. I became very obstinate. But why? I said, when you started smoking, that time did you come to me? Swami, this is my first cigarette. Therefore, please inaugurate. If you started smoking, you stop. Nobody can do it for you. If you have given value and importance to any person, anything in this world, you have to devalue it. Then only you can come out of it. Don't remain a weakling. Nayam atma balahine labhya. The truth is not for the weaklings. See? And weakling can never be happy. Therefore, anything which will disturb your peace of mind, anything which will make you miserable, remember, you are the cause, not the world. See? If somebody tells me, Swami, I don't like you, so I can interact in two ways. I try to prove, no, I am goody, I can help you, I am this way, that way. Second way is, somebody tells me, I don't like you, it's your problem, not mine. Relax. But we try to make somebody happy. Never do that in life. God has failed to make us happy. Can you make anybody happy? You are still being miserable. Therefore, keep this in mind. We get out of the body identification, we get caught up in the mind. How we get caught up in the mind? Mind is constantly agitated. And why agitated? We have given importance to something. See friends, when we were newly independent, Deshabhakti started in a wrong mode. Gujaratis, only Gujarati, no English. Marathi, only Marathi, no English. UP, only Hindi, no English. And slowly, now, American English is speaking classes. Now everybody is going there. First of all, they have given disgusting status to that English language. Now they are running after that. Both of them will be miserable. Remember this principle. It is we who are responsible for our miseries because we give importance to something or something. Therefore, recognize this. Whenever we are disturbed, miserable, that source of disturbance we have invited and we are entertaining. Like I am in Niruben's place. I get all comforts, everything, 5-star treatment. And then I go to Bombay. Somebody asked me, Swami, I am going to Ahmedabad. Where can I stay? You go to her house. She is a very good host. She is not hostile. And she will take care of you. Very nice. I was very happy there. So, second person will come, third person will come. And her house will become a guest house. Now, second option. When I go to her house to stay. And she gives me all possible troubles. Like when I go and take food, she will be putting lot of salt in one thing and lot of chilies in another thing. And when I am suffering, Swami ji, कुछ ठीक है ना? No, free मिल रहा है, hot के देते हैं, yes, very good. Then I go to take bath, and when I go to take bath, and I have applied soap and the water is switch off. Now I can't do anything. I can't go out in the, oh God, आज Swami पानी चला गया? I didn't know. And like this, 2-3 days, she gives me all kinds of troubles. And then I go from here as a liberation. Somebody asked me in Bombay, I am going to Ahmedabad. Where should I go and stay? Stay anywhere, don't go there. Whenever we respect miseries, the other misery was passing by and says, hey, I am thinking of visiting Ahmedabad. Where should I go? Go to their house, They give you good treatment. Insult miseries. You will never be miserable in life. We honor misery. And we have a choice, friends. Miseries you can attribute to somebody. But we are all miserable by our own choice. Exercise your freedom to be happy. Nobody can make you happy and nobody can make you miserable. It is we only choose to be happy or to be miserable. Therefore, from the gross body we come to the mind, and to get freedom from the mind is the only technique. Start devaluating everything that you have stored in your mind. And all those things are most insignificant. See? I discovered this principle many years before, about 40 years before. That time I was very young, smart, handsome, etc., etc. And where I was staying, that man with whom I was staying was old. And old people, you cannot change them. Their prognosis is grave. They are a gone case. The only thing what we can do with the old people, pray to the Lord. Lord, so when I was staying there, I was extremely obsessed with cleanliness. Extremely obsessed. And therefore, where I was staying, I wanted to clean the room where I was supposed to stay. So many book racks. And on the books, the dust in Calcutta was so much that you can take a pinch and have the naswar like that. So much of dust. So I thought, let me clean it. When I started, old man, don't touch it. I said, I am not eating it, I am just cleaning. You don't have to teach me. See? It's all right. And then my mind started reacting. But when mind said, no, I have to do my japa. I have come to realize God. Om Trambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarkam Yavandhanat Mrityor Mukshiyamamrutat. I just want to clean. I am not asking money. They say cleanliness is next to godliness. But this old man doesn't allow me. Oh God, oh God. Om Trambakam Urvarkam Yavandhanat Mrityor Mukshiyamamrutat. Why this old man doesn't allow me? See, cleanliness is next to godliness. And I am not asking for any money. This will become very clean after all. Om And I suffered this, not for a day or two, 6 months. One day, God's grace, it clicked. I am here for cleaning outside, or I am here for cleaning inside. Those who are engaged in cleaning outside, they are sweepers. Those who are engaged in cleaning inside, they are seekers. And those who are neither serving the society nor growing spiritually, they are the suckers. See, friends. That day onward, this was the biggest lesson given to me by the Lord. That the word enters our mind because we have given importance and value to anything or anybody. Just devalue. And when you devalue, what you have to do? You start acting, not reacting. When you give value, you start reacting. And when you react, there is a dent, there is a damage, there is a scratch on your mind. And when you only act, don't do reaction, then it is only a drama. And when you do anything in a drama, any dialogue you fire, honey, darling, I love you, without you I cannot live. When this dialogue is said, that person knows who will die for that dumb fellow. But he said that dialogue so sincerely. But there is only a drama. In the same manner, when you are dealing with the people, act as you are acting now. As if you are listening, attention. After you go, put on your shoes, back to square one. See, friends. Therefore, from the Vaikharivani, we migrate to the Madhyamavani. And when our mind is no more reacting in the world, we start remaining calm and cool in spite of the turmoil around us. That is called as Prashanti. Ashanti is at the Vaikhari level. Shanti is at the Madhyamavani level. Prashanti is at the level of the Pashyanti Vani. See, this journey is like we start from the periphery and we are migrating towards the hub, the center. The periphery of our personality is relations and possessions. Little nearer than that is our body. Little nearer than that is the thoughts. Nearer than that is our mind. So when we are no more disturbed by any kind of thought, we have come to the level of the mind, and the mind then starts remaining relatively quiet because the habits have changed. Now no more reactions, no more agitations, no more suggestions, no more opinions, no more advice, no more taking decisions, no more comments, no more labels, no more evaluation. Mind will remain at peace. And when such a mind which remains at peace we have migrated from the Madhyama Vani to the Pashyanti Vani. All the great masters live in the Pashyanti Vani. And what is the Pashyanti Vani? Where the mind is not yet divided into thoughts. When the mind starts dividing into thoughts, it is called as the Madhyama Vani. And when the mind divides further, where the object and the word are separate, it is called as the Vaikhari Vani. So from the external periphery, we come back to the Madhyama. From the Madhyama, we come to the Pashyanti. And in Pashyanti Vani, the thought and the object, they are one. They are not separated. It is here all the great masters live. And therefore, whatever they say, it happens. Because they are speaking from that point where the thought and the object, they are not yet separated. Such masters are effortlessly at peace. This is the real happiness. Once you discover this happiness, then only you can distribute this happiness. If we have not discovered happiness, we will be seeking happiness. And when we seek happiness, we have not only one question: if I do, what will I get? If what will I get, if this question comes in our mind, we are a beggar. Why not think, how much can I give? See friends, our K.K. Nair in his room, on the back side he has written something very beautiful. One poster. Give to the world much more than what they expect. That is happiness. See, our approach is the other way. How much more I can take? See, you know the parallel 2G, 3G. See, how much I can gain, how much I can gain. There is no end to that. Therefore, friends, we are simultaneously divine and devil. We are devil when we are seeking happiness, and we are divine when we are distributing happiness. See, friends, this is the way, there is no other way. Nanya pantha vidyate janaya. There is no other way. And for that, the great masters have told one very simple technique. And that technique is called as the technique of chanting the Lord's name. You take any religion. All the great masters have suggested to chant the Lord's name. And this is the process. Whatever is your God is okay. Don't have to change anything, only process you have to understand. Normally, we keep on talking about the world. So to arrest that Vaikhari Vani, I will tell you an experiment which I did. I was going from Bombay to Delhi by train many years before. And one huge structure came and sat in front of me. And said, "Oh Babaji, you are here. Very good. Now I will have nice company. We can talk about for next 18 hours. You can see how much torture we can go through." Then I thought how to protect myself. So like the terrorist takes out his gun to shoot. I took out my rosary, mala, and I told, "Excuse me, I do japa. So please don't mind. Okay? You tell about yourself." And this is what every old man wants. If you want to make any old man happy, give chavi. And you don't have to listen. He is busy. So I said, "I am chanting Lord's name, you tell something." And he started. Now he may be talking, but I was not listening. See, that is why he said, God's name protects you. chanting the Lord's name, naturally the other topic is automatically curtailed. So initially you may not be able to do it, but start doing it. Start. Whenever you are walking, going, anybody is with you, just there is nothing to discuss about anything with anybody in this world. Nothing is important. Your peace of mind is more valuable than the whole world put together. Therefore, whenever I go for a walk or I am going by the car, immediately I start some music or something so that unwanted talks is immediately curtailed. Otherwise, the poultry farm begins there as a The best way is keep humming, chanting the Lord's name. And when we chant, like most of you will be doing, we chant the Lord's name as if it is a punishment. Not out of joy, out of love, but out of punishment and fear. And then we are also given a huge mantra. Like in our Gayatri Varival people, they do. Oh, you should chant Gayatri mantra. And you start Om Bhurvuvah Swaha Tassaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat Om Bhurvuvah Swaha Tassaviturvarenyam. And you get tired, only ek hi ho gaya. Only 3. And I had to count 108. And like that 16 mahalas. Ram Ram. If you don't do this thing, it will be Guru Drova. You have to chant now. You have taken mantra from your Guru. If you don't chant, you will go to hell. Oh God, but I don't have time. It doesn't matter. Oh Guru and ultimately, oh Guru. You know why you are enjoying this? Because you do it. This is not the way, friends. This is not the way. You don't have to give account to anybody. Chant the Lord's name like you are eating a chocolate. We don't bite and gulp the chocolate in one go. We keep in our mouth and keep on slowly enjoying every bit of it in the same manner. This Vaikhari Vani will be purified and we will be protected from the gross world by this technique. So when you sit down, find out how much time is at your disposal. 10 minutes, more than enough. Don't try to cram. See, like you have got, normal wave file. But I want to put so many, songs in one CD. Then we compress it, MP3 format. In the same manner, our japa is in MP3. JSK. Not Jai Shri Krishna, because the Bible you don't know. Don't compress. So we start very cool. Om Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Ram. Om Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Ram. Without any effort, you will start diving deep in your own being. And as when we dive deep in the sea, the surface waves no more disturb us. migrate from the Vaikari Vani to the Madhyama Vani. This is the technique. Then we start remaining naturally quiet but not depressed. Quiet people are two types. Like the rabies is two types. One is silent rabies, second is violent rabies. In the same manner, two types of people are quiet. Those who are depressed. क्या हो गया? क्या होना बाकी है? So, are we quiet because of depression, or we are quiet effortlessly? And the one who is quiet inside, without depression, he is in tune with the divine. And then wisdom expresses as wit and humor. Wisdom never expresses as boredom and frustration. क्या हो गया? कब जब से realize हो गए ना बड़ा बोर हो रहा है. See friends. Thus, by this technique, we go from the Vaikari to the Madhyama. Then when we come to Madhyama, now our interest in the worldly things is reduced to that extent. The worldly things and beings no more is an issue for us. Then we discover the joy, happiness in humming the Lord's name within. Your mind will not be sleeping, it is alive, but the mind will not be thinking about the world. And therefore, that mind which is alive but not thinking about the world requires some support. And that support is the divine name, whatever name you are taking. And thus, from the Vaikari, purified, we migrate to the Madhyama. Madhyama, purified, we migrate to the Pashyanti. And when a master starts living in the Pashyanti Vani, he is 100% in the present, because mind has not started dividing in the Pashyanti Vani. And because the mind has not started dividing, therefore there is nothing like past, present and future. There is only presence, not present. All the great masters live as presence. And therefore, in their presence, anybody who goes finds solace. Where from it comes? It doesn't come from outside. See, it is something like two pieces of iron. One is a magnet, other is a soft iron piece, same shape and size. When we put these two pieces of iron in a box containing the iron nails and lift them out, only the magnet will be bringing out many nails with it, not the other. Please shut up. Not the other ordinary piece of iron. And therefore, it is necessary that we have to convert the magnetism, we have to invoke the magnetism in us. We are now like an iron piece. So how do we convert the magnetism into iron piece? Rub the iron against the magnet in a systematic manner. And when the iron becomes a magnet, there is no change in the morphology or the weight or the size of that iron piece. Then what changes? The inside molecules, they get rearranged. In the same manner, our inside is today a hodgepodge. And therefore, we are merely a piece of iron. Let us rub ourselves against the satsanga, the Lord's name, and get reorganized inside, and let the magnetism be invoked in us. And when the magnetism gets invoked in us, then we will understand the meaning of Bhagavad Gita's one verse. Yasmanudvirate lokaha lokanudvirate chayaha harshamarshapayodvegaihi. See, the one who is no more disturbed by the world, and the one because of whom the world is not disturbed, because he is at peace with himself. Such a great master, the Bhagavan says, is dear to me, he is my real devotee. Such a devotee lives in utter presence, and his life is extraordinary. What is that extra factor? Extra factor is inside he is organized. Therefore, if we have to live happiness as a way of life, get yourself organized inside. You do it and be happy. You don't do it, I am happy.